Started. We're bowling, so that's a great way to start this thing off, and we're excited about that. We're excited about getting to that spot. 6 wins is a big deal, and for us to get there 9 games into the season, really excited about that. I thought we played a really good football team tonight, and we played really good. And when that happens, good things go your way. And I thought our guys were ready to play all week. They were excited. They've been excited. Our defense played fantastic. 10 points. Our offense had 430 yards and 5 for 5 in the red zone and 11 of 16 in third down and 300 yards passing and 140 yards rushing or 130 yards rushing. Just really an overall fantastic game. I thought the 2 missed field goals early, the block field goal and then put pressure on the other field goal, really were big-time plays. Unfortunately, we let up that 1 touchdown at the end of the half. Otherwise, it was as good of a game as I've been a part of here. I've said that now a few weeks in a row, and I think that's what makes it cool. That we can keep saying we're getting better. We're getting better. We're not content with where we are. Our goal is to be better next Saturday at 12 o'clock in Boulder than we were tonight at 7:45. But we will enjoy this one. Our team enjoying it right now. And then, as I said, then we get back to work. And the best thing about this is we get to do it again next week.
We'll start with Justin and then Jason.
What's it been like to the process of getting the program into a position where you can finally say you're going to a bowl?
Long and hard work and unbelievable amounts of commitment from our coaches and players. Our coaches, the staff we hired, knew they were coming here to rebuild the program. We didn't hire them in a spot where they felt like they were just going to walk in the door and we were just going to go win. And, it takes a lot of people that want to do that and leave their jobs to do that. They all, a lot of the guys we hired were in winning programs when we hired them, and they chose to trust us and trust what we were going to get done here. And then we went and recruited a bunch of great players when we were 1-11. And to get that class of 22 to come here, and I'll continue to brag on that class for forever. When you see all those guys, I think 15 of them are starting right now, or 14 of them from that recruiting class alone, and they're only redshirt freshmen or sophomores. And that class just believed, and they believed in what we were trying to preach. And then the transfers coming in that really gave us, first of all, that gave us that glimmer of hope a year ago that we were going to start being able to do this. And this game a year ago was a huge game for this program when we beat them in the Rose Bowl. When we played them there, week 10 or 9. And I just think that it's been a crazy process of knowing that it was going to be long and hard, and really proud that our guys are where they are right now.
Jason and then Matt in the back.
Jedd, after beating the ranked team for 3 straight weeks, do you believe that your team?
Yes, I think we should be ranked. I really do. I think we've earned that right. We're 16 points is our entire margin of defeat this season, and you take that. You have 2 overtime games, both of which were on the road, and a home loss against the number 5 team in the country by a touchdown. When we were at a bunch of new starters for that first game, I think that our team has proven that they deserve to be in that conversation. And hopefully tomorrow we'll find out if we are. And if we're not, we'll just have to go to work and try to win the next one.
Go Matt and then Michael.
Yeah, there's a difference between hoping to win and expecting to win. John Coleman said after the game that we expect this. Is that expectation, is that mentality representative of a turning point in your program?
Yeah, I think that's where we are right now. Our team goes out there. Our team believes we're going to win every game we play. And I think that they've proven that to themselves that they can. I don't think there was any doubt. And I really do. I look at this year's USC game as a turning point in our program for this season, because I think we went there, we were a 22-point underdog. And we go to triple overtime. We take a 17-0 lead. We wind up losing the game 43-41. And everybody ran into that locker room with a sense of, we belong. And when you feel you belong, then you go into every game after that with an expectation to win. When you feel you don't belong is when you have to hope and pray. And I think our team right now feels they belong. I think we're 8-4 in the last 12 games we've played. And we're going to continue to see if we can build off of that and see how we can do these next 3 weeks.
Michael and then Brian.
Noah Fafita had an interception early, and then he really steadied himself after that. Can you explain what happened on that play and then his response to it?
Yeah, it was zone coverage, and he wound up reading it wrong, and he just kind of came back off the field. He said, "Did I miss him high?" And I said, we just misread the play. The play should have gone to somebody else, and but he was very quickly, he snapped right back. I think Jaden said to him real quick, "Hey, those are the times you want to look for your running back. If you saw it was zone, you could hitch, live another day." And then we kind of all just reset, and we just said we go to the next play, and he's reset and wound up making some great decisions the rest of the game. Made some spectacular throws. I mean, the throw to Tanner down the seam on 3rd down was ridiculous. The catch that T-Mac made on the 3rd down early in the game was fantastic. And then obviously the throw that Noah made in the end zone off to T-Mac that got overturned was just – the ball was put in the only place the ball could have gone for that catch, and then T was able to come down with it.
Brian and then Troy.
2 questions. First 3rd down you had in the second half, it's 3rd and 6, and you decide to run the ball against the Pac-12's top rush defense. What's the choice in going to that, and why did you continue to stick with the run despite knowing that?
Yeah, I believe in our running game, number one. I believe in what we're trying to get done. I think sometimes you get caught up a little bit. To be honest with you, about 4 weeks ago, I was watching the Ole Miss Auburn game, and Lane and Hugh Freeze, both of which I respect offensively, I think they're fantastic. We're running the ball a lot more than I ever do on 3rd down. And I said, I got to start thinking about this a little bit more, that maybe I'm missing something, maybe a little bit too NFLized. In the NFL, you just don't run the ball on 3rd and 2+, But I just started looking at it more and more and just started believing in certain runs and certain concepts. And it was a time that we were able to hit the run, and it was a great run by Jonah. Jonah made us look good on that one.
And then you had 3 stops in the red zone on 5 trips. Already, I think, 10 or 11 this season, or it's only 7 last year. Where has this come from, the red zone defense?
Well, remember in training camp, we talked a bunch about the fact that we started in the red zone this year. And we committed the first 5 days of training camp practice was going to be red zone offense, red zone defense. And I think we're probably in the top 5 in the country on red zone offense. And on defense, we're now sitting in a spot where we're keeping guys out of the end zone. We're sitting at about 70%, where last year was about 90-something%. We've been stopped twice. I think we're 35 for 37 on offense in the red zone. Last year we were 90th in the country. So we made a big commitment, and we really believe that you get what you practice. And when you practice and you believe in red zone offense and red zone defense, I think we're reaping the benefits now.
Troy and then Jason.
You mentioned running the football against UCLA, but can you talk about the offensive line, how they're able to get better and better throughout tonight's game?
Our offensive line, and it was great to see Raymond Polito out there. Raymond, this was his first game that he really played other than that 1 quarter against Stanford as a true freshman. So we were able to have a redshirt for 2 freshmen at the 2 guard positions, and then a sophomore at tackle. And to be able to see those guys keep getting better, when you're talking about going against that rush defense and you're playing 3 guys that are under the age of 19, it was pretty cool to see it. And to see how those guys have grown under Coach Carroll. Coach Carroll's a fantastic line coach, and he's done a great job of developing. If you look at Jordan Morgan's development, if you look at Jonas Sevenea's development, if you look at all these guys' development, Coach Carroll has just done a fantastic job with that.
And then defensively, just seeing how the defense has kind of gotten its own identity over the last couple weeks. Just the job that Nanson's done.
Well, I mean, Coach Nansen and the staff have done an incredible job. And where we were to where we are is as big of a jump as what we made in 21 to 22 on the offensive side of the ball. And, I mean, you're talking about an enormous leap of success. And we're playing with a bunch of guys. We rotate guys. You could see probably 18 to 19 players every week defensively play. And Coach Nansen, Coach Cecil, Coach Akina, Coach Kafusi, I mean, that group and Coach Richardson bringing those 2 new coaches in have made huge impacts into our program.
Jason and then Justin.
There's multiple guys in the program that are playing large roles for you that were here with the bottom, when the program was not doing well at all. What's it mean for you, like guys like Wiley, Dalton, and all that, to be able to kind of coach them to a bowl game and give them that on their way out? Yeah, Mike Wiley, Jordan Morgan, Traden Stukes, those guys, stand out of my mind of guys that just believed and stayed the course. And they wanted to be here and wanted to be with us and and they are everything you want in a football player and in a person. I mean, I always brag on Mike, Eller graduate, came back, does an incredible job, 2 winning touchdowns last week, fights back to injury, everything you asked for. Jordan Morgan. I mean, this is a psychological game with Jordan Morgan. This is when his injury happened when he played UCLA a year ago. Came back and just played fantastic. Those guys were here when it was tough, and all they did was just work and believe and trust the process, and I think that's a huge part of it.
Last question to Justin.
2 questions. How effective was the scheme with Irby playing tonight?
It was good, I guess. We held them with 10 points, and they scored 7 in a 2-minute drive. So I would say very. And we'll continue to use the right personnel groups that we can use to be able to get all of our players on the field. And what a great win for Martell Irby. Graduated from UCLA, came here. Tyler Manoa graduated from UCLA, came here. DJ Warnell transferred here. Big win for Coach Nansen. Big win for Coach Doherty. Big win for Coach Kafusi. Just a great win for all those guys. Really proud of them.
And then what was your perspective just seeing the whiteout crowd and atmosphere, having all the alumni in town?
Yeah, I need to apologize for not starting with that because that was awesome. That was the best environment that we've had since I've been the head coach here. The crowd was great. They were into it. They stayed. They were fired up. The student section was awesome. I hope we don't have to beg for sellouts. I hope they just start happening now. And what a great deal to get Gronk here. That was awesome. The Wildcat Walk was by far it was incredible, the Wildcat Walk this week. Our kids embraced it, and our kids loved it. And I appreciate all of you guys staying until 11:30 every weekend. Hopefully we can get an earlier game in 2 weeks. We'll know on Monday. But other than that, we're just going to keep grinding, keep working, and keep filling the stadium up. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it.